Namaste students, Khushro Betia, I JV and Dr. Y Chandrakala, Assistant Professor Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. In today's session, we are going to discuss in detail about assessment of learning. So in the last class, we have discussed about the assessment. What are the meaning of different terminology used in the assessment? So what is the meaning of assessment? So let's first discuss what are the different aspects we have seen in our previous classes, like meaning of assessment in education system. When the term here assessment refers to the wide variety of methods that educators use to evaluate, measures and document in the academic readiness of a child, and the learning programs and the skill acquired by a student for from the preschools through college and adulthood. Okay. So in this process, which is a systematic gathering of information as a part of evaluations. Okay. So here the assessment is carried out in a to see the child, what the student and the ability to understand and to able to do. So okay. So assessment is very important in tracking the programs. Okay. So we have seen next about the mean measurements, how in different physical quantities like time, temperature, length, weight, etc. we use to do through the measurement values which represent by a standard units. Okay. So to estimate the value of measurement actually considered as a standard quantity. So measurement is an assignment of number of characteristic of an object, okay, which can be compared with other objects and events. So we give the assignment in the form of assignment which we can measure, okay, by the where the scope of measurement depend on the contents of what kind of discipline or the work is assigned to a student. Okay. So next we have seen that about the test, that means a process to establish a quality performance or reliability of something, especially in a wide range. Okay. Then we have studied about the examinations, that means uh, to start a state of being examined, when a child can be examined through a written examination or a oral examination or a practical set of examination to test the knowledge of a student, okay, through a exam paper or through oral or verbal or practical as task. Okay. So next comes the appraisal part. Appraisal is an estimation of the worth and value or the quality of a person or things. Okay. Where the impartial analysis and evaluation conducted through all the established criteria to determine the acceptability, merit and the worth of an items. Okay. So the here when we say the appraisal part, it can be estimated by the worth of value. Okay. Quality of a persons or things, that means what are when the two aspects are given, aspect is given to a student, so what are the different quantity quality of work is done by the student. Okay. And so here you can see, when we are saying about the appraisal, it is the estimation of the worth, value or the quantity of a person's or things. Okay. So that means impartial or the analyze of the evaluations. Okay. So how this evaluation is taking place, right? So here next the evaluation part. Evaluation is the broader terms that refer to all the methods that are used to find out what happens as a result of using a specific intervention or a practice. Okay. That means here the evaluations is the systematic assessment or the worthy or a merit of some objects. When we say some objects here, That maybe it is the systematic assessment or assignments provided in a situations for a student. Okay, that means it may be the assessment of information to provide a useful feedback about some object. Okay, that helps them. Okay, so here the evaluation is the broader term used to refer all the methods used to find out what happens after the result of using specific intervention or practice. Okay, that means the evaluation is a systematic assessment of worth or merit of some object. Okay, it is the systematic equitization of the assessment of information to provide useful feedback about some objects. Okay, so when we interrelate among the assessment, evaluation and measurement, okay, through assessment and evaluation are often being interchangeable. Okay, so many writers differentiate the between them, or assessment is defined as gathering information or evidence, and evaluation is used of the information or the evidences or to make judgment. Okay, so measurement involves assigning number of scores or attribute to the characteristic of a person in such a way that number can be described or the degree or which the person possesses the attribute. Okay, so assigning a degree or the equivalent to the scores or a standardization of the achievement test is the example of the measurement. Okay, so here we have seen what are the different types of terms become across when we are discussing about the assessment, and uh, how a student can be assessed in a classroom situations. What are the points a teacher has to say when taking care when while going through the assessment for school examinations. Okay, this session is powered by 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. If you have any queries, we'll discuss in the problem solving session. Namaste.